Alright guys, in today's video I want to talk about some really promising upcoming games that have seemingly disappeared from the internet, all more than a couple of months ago. A lot of these are in my most awaited games, but we haven't had a single new details since they disappeared. Before we start, make sure you drop a like for more upcoming games videos like these, and let's start. First off, we have Sons of the Forest, the sequel to an extremely popular indie game called The Forest. The Forest itself was a huge success, receiving positive reviews all around the board and selling over 5 million copies during its first year of release. That's no easy feat for a new horror title that isn't a sequel of some kind to an earlier game. It was also made by 4 developers only. Now its sequel, Sons of the Forest, has been announced with a small trailer in December of last year, and nothing has been shown or talked about since. Night Games, its developers, are known for going radio silent for long periods of times, then come out with something new out of the blue. They're also an extremely small team and would have to work quite a lot to show something that will please fans of the Forest once again. I thought the game would have been released at the end of this year, but 2021 would now be a much safer bet in my opinion. While the first game focused on a story about an ordinary father and son, Sons of the Forest shows some professional being put into the fray with a ton of weapons and equipments at their disposal. We see some type of military unit whose helicopter is brought down by the creatures. We also see mutants similar to those in the first game, but also a few new creatures being shown. One seems to be a female creature with extra arms and legs that likes to dance. While we don't know who the main protagonist is from this video, we do watch as 2 of them make their way cautiously through the forest before stopping dead in a cave teeming with mutants. I can definitely see the return of co-op for this. I'm also anxiously waiting something new from it, just anything. Next up we have Dying Light 2. This one you knew I was gonna talk about it. Where the hell is Dying Light 2? Well, we were initially given a Dying Light 2 release date of spring 2020, which is already passed from a lot. Techland has now said that the immensely anticipated sequel is delayed indefinitely. Since then, both Techland and other developers pushed back on reports that Dying Light 2 is in development hell as we speak. Those reports talked about the developers and the director's communications were really not going well, in that a lot of the people working there wanted Dying Light 2 to go on a different direction than what they were actually working on. As said, those reports have said to be false by Techland, but who knows actually. I'm just hoping everything goes well and that Dying Light 2 will be the best game it can be. In Dying Light 2, you are Aiden Caldwell, an infected survivor. Your exceptional agility and brutal combat skills will make you a powerful ally and a valuable commodity in this dangerous world. You can achieve things no one else can, enter places no one else dares. With your unique abilities, you have the power to be an agent of change within this decaying metropolis. The biggest thing in Dying Light 2 is the choices you make, with each thing you do or people you meet. You must make tough decisions and hard sacrifices as you decide the fate of a society on the brink of collapse. The effect of the choices you make will have a huge impact on entire regions of the city, uncovering new land masses and areas to explore. For example, the infection also has evolved and become more sensitive to UV light. Society exists in the relative safety of sunlight, while the infected hide in the shadows of buildings. At night, the infected roam the streets freely, searching for prey, presenting opportunities for you to explore areas of the city inaccessible by day. There's also going to be 2 to 4 player co-op, which you can all play the full story together. Dying Light 2's map size is 4 times larger than all of the first game combined maps and DLCs. Dying Light 2 also features 7 different regions for us to run and jump through. One of the biggest changes we'll see from scene to scene, however, are different styles of parkour movement. I really cannot wait for more details on this. Next up is the Elden Ring, one of the most awaited game of whatever year it comes out. Everyone almost everywhere wants this From Software project to be revealed at a gaming event. It unfortunately didn't happen yet, and it's been more than 1 year since its first and only trailer arrived. We still have confirmation from time to time the game is still in development, but that's about it. No new details, no new trailers, and so on. Only complete silence. The excitement remains though, and people will never stop until we have something new. A quick reminder that Elden Ring is being helped out by George R.R. Martin, creator of Game of Thrones, so we're up for a good story. It is said the world of Elden Ring will be ripe for exploration. The developers confirms that it will take place in an open world, which they refer to as a large open field to play in. While Dark Souls is relatively unrestricted in how it allows you to explore, it sounds like Elden Ring will be even more so. Despite being open world, Elden Ring is still a From style game. Rather than villages bustling with NPCs that we may expect of a game like The Witcher, Elden Ring will stay away from a lively open world in favor of a grim one. Among those areas, you will also find intricately designed, multi-layered castles and such. Elden Ring will focus more heavily on RPG elements, meaning that the action RPG they decided to add recently is probably swinging back towards the Dark Souls we know of, and away from the great action that we saw in Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. I truly cannot wait to hear more about this. Next up, we have Skull and Bones, the upcoming open-world RPG project from Ubisoft. One really important thing to note is that everything you see here will 100% not be what the game is. It has just been confirmed days ago. The project had been rebooted more than a year ago. Skull and Bones' last gameplay and trailers were in 2018, and right after that, the game had multiple delays and never released. It was first coming in 2019, then 2020, and now we have 2021. Apart from the fact that we know it still exists, Skull and Bones didn't have any new details up until just days ago. In a blog post by creative director Elizabeth Pellin, Skull and Bones was confirmed to be reshaped in a new vision. The game is said to be much more grander in scope and requiring a lot more time to develop to fulfill the developer's vision and to please the fans. Ubisoft indicated Skull and Bones will be shown again in the near future and be well worth the wait. They're trying to wrap it up with this description, and I hope they're gonna be right. Skull and Bones was first announced as an online open-world ship battle game, but since it has been rebooted and is now much grander in scope, I'm expecting a lot more. I would love to explore islands, board enemy ships in real time, and much more. Let me know if you guys are excited for this. Finally, we have Beyond Good and Evil 2. This one is a long time coming. Beyond Good and Evil 2 rumors and leaked trailers surfaced online way back in 2007 and 2009 respectively. However, it wasn't until 2017 when Ubisoft, the game's leading publisher, showcased the game's first official trailer. There has been some gameplay demos here and there in 2018 and 2019, but that is all. There is no more news or even a beta tester for the game, even though Ubisoft did promise us a beta in 2019. Though up until just days ago, once again, Beyond Good and Evil 2 was mentioned. Ubisoft hasn't talked about it for a while, but a LinkedIn bio for Ubisoft Friends Senior Art Technical Director, Cyril Masquier, delivers some new tidbits about Beyond Good and Evil 2. The online-only live game is targeting next-gen PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X consoles, which isn't a surprise considering it might still be a long way off. What's really interesting is how it's referred to as not a AAA game, but a quadruple A game. It seems at this point we're just using these letters to create hype, but in the end it changes absolutely nothing. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is built with the new proprietary Voyager engine and a vast and powerful system that allows for galactic exploration, co-op play, and immersive action. The game has a kind of No Man's Sky galactic scope, complete with interconnected systems that you can fly to in your ship. What makes this project so ambitious though is its extremely massive scale and its tiered approach to size. There's the galactic system, then the planets, which houses multiple biomes, sprawling cities, and various areas to uncover. It sure sounds like a lot of exciting stuff, but again we'll have to see for it when we have something new someday. Alright guys, make sure you let me know between these 5 games which one you're most excited for in the comments. Make sure you drop a like for more gaming news and subscribe to stay tuned. Thanks to RickNo23, Themistocles, Pedro Oliveira, and Jiggly Boy for being a master member on the channel. You can become a Survivor member for 99 cents only. It'll support me and the channel as whole. Thanks for watching.